First time back since 2011. How exciting is this for your program, and how ready are you for you to get back?
Well, it's very exciting. The team has really been playing well, and that's the beauty, is that they love the game. It's fun to watch them. It's fun to coach them, and building a big fan base throughout the country, too, of everyone following them. So I'm pretty excited about, where they at, and they're still very young. So it's good to see where we're at and where we're going to go.
What have the last, 24, 48 hours just kind of been like once you found out where you were going, the teams in the regional, just scouting reports and breaking down tape and things like that? What's that been like?
Well, that's the greatest thing, is to be able to prepare our players for the competition we're going to face. We're looking at Hofstra, who's 19th in the country in their RPI, so we're looking at that game first. We're very, very competitive regional. The excitement is we have played the University of South Carolina this year, so we've seen them. We've been on the field with them. But we have to look at Hofstra first, and looking at film and everything. It's just preparing our players for that competition, and it really comes down to them, and this is where the cream rises to the top. And I try to tell our players, you just don't want to be cream, you want to be Cool Whip. You want to be able to stay at the top. And so we won a national championship last year with the NISC. It was a major step in the progress of where we needed to go as a program. And then now to be able to not only just repeat as regular season champions for the Big South, but to be able to make it to regionals now, winning the Big South championship tournament. So these are progressions of steps that as a young program, at least under my tutelage, that it's great to see, because we are very young.
On paper, there's a lot of similarities statistically between you and Hofstra. What stands out when you take a look at some of their games that you really want to watch out for?
Well, I think Hofstra, they have about 5 seniors, I believe, and their seniors, a lot of them are taking big swings. They have a lot more home runs than we do at this point, and I just think we are very similar, and that's what's going to be fun. We'll be looking in the mirror, just at each other, but it's really going to come down to execution. And I think that as hitters, if we're able to be disciplined, we'll be able to get the pitch we want. And that's something I've been really proud the team has been doing through the tournament, being a lot more disciplined than usual. And, we'll just, try and get some solid defense and good pitching in the circle, and it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, Coach, even though these teams are so similar, maybe what's the difference maker, in your opinion, that could take you guys on top of the W?
Well, we have a lot more speed in our lineup, I believe, and so that's one of the games you can intermix power and speed, and when you have some power on the other end too, it's really about making sure that pitching wise we get to our counts, pitchers counts, not get behind the hitters, be able to break down their swings right now and just see where we're going to be most effective in throwing them, and then obviously it comes down to hitting.
To see Julia become the school's all-time strikeout leader the other day, can you, as a coach, put that in perspective, what that means for her, given the work she's put in to achieve something like that?
Well, I just got chills as you said that about Julia. Julia DiMartino has been our workhorse. She's also just, a cool cat. She just loves competition. And when you watch her, you can't tell the difference, whether we're ahead or behind or tie ball game. She just gives it everything she has, and the movement that she has is very effective. And she's really gotten better this year in hitting her spots. And, with Coach Cass, just being able to work more with the pitching staff and the battery in general, pitchers and catchers together. We've seen Caitlin McFarland, rise up and do a really good job in communicating with the pitchers, and offensively starting to contribute as well, which has been great. But I tell you, Jules, we have a good mixture between what she can offer, Chase Cassidy, then you got Elizabeth Engler, and then we look at our lefty freshman is going to be coming into her own, Emily Kirby, and then we do have Riley Reynolds as well. So it's been fun to see all of them mature, and we can give different looks when we need it. But Jules is our go-to.
I want to ask you about Madison, too, because we watched her throughout high school. For her to come in as a freshman, and I know she's moved around a little bit in the outfield once Tori got hurt, but just her impact as a freshman, can you speak to that and the transition she's made?
Well, the first camp that I ever had here, there was Madison Vi, and there were 150, and of the 150, there are 3 standouts, and Madison Vi was my number one. When I saw her, I knew that she was a player that I would be very blessed to be able to coach. She's a 5-tool athlete. She's got it all. She's got power. She can swing for average. She can put a bunt down. She can slap. The one thing we've been working with her is just she's so nice. and, so timid at times. And to be able to see her grow and mature to first team all conference this year as a freshman, I'm getting chills again, just being proud of her, to be able to pour it on. She started off pretty slowly, and then now where she's, hitting and just commanding respect. The kid has got the athleticism, she's got the speed, she's got a gun for an arm. She's really doing whatever we need her to do. When Tori Zavadny went down in right field, to bring Madison over there because a lot more balls, are hit to, oppo side to the right side. She's been doing a really great job. So, again, she's one of those players that just an answer to prayer and knew that the Lord was bringing her our way. And when she verbal to us and then signed, I knew our future looked really bright with someone like that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Coach, early in the year, you had the chance to go to the West Coast and play. You came back excited because they had seen the future of the program in the sense of the type of competition with Arizona State, with UCLA, a one-run game that presented a atmosphere that you felt they could build on. Speak to the experience that will help them in South Carolina.
Well, it was a lot of fun. Last year, just getting our 10th graders in from recruiting and all that, and joining the maturity and the experience that we had with it, with Alexia Taylor and Tori Zavadny and others, I knew that we were, making that move in a national level, especially winning the NISC last year. But this year, when we went to California, we got to play a really good schedule. And what was really fun is during before one of the games, it was Liz and Julia were coming out, and they saw me at the backside of one of the fields, and they were like, "Coach, oh my gosh, everyone, all the fans are saying, there goes Liberty, there goes Liberty." And I think that was exciting because people saw, the talent that this team has. And as we challenged ourselves with a tough schedule, UCLA is ranked second in the country right now, arguably, has a great shot to win the World Series. Some amazing athletes there, and for us to be able to, play a very competitive game against them woke up, a lot of people. But to play Arizona State, who's also ranked, in the top 10, and, South Carolina now ranked 9th, and we're in their regional. There were a lot of people took notice. And that was at the beginning of the year. And that was one of my excitements, to be able to play North Carolina again, and now South Carolina again. So when you're able to see in the beginning of the season and play them at the end, it's going to be fun to see the growth that your team has made. And as a coach, that's all you can ask is, are we getting better? Are we better than we were, the last game? And what I like to do is even the last pitch. And the passion of this team and the athleticism that the Lord has blessed them with is, it's a lot of fun to see, and a lot of great stuff could happen.